Hello.
Hello, Jeff.
What is going on, Zach?
What's going on, dude? Holy shit, man. Well, we just got done blasting your new track, Listen to Hear, and it is fucking beautiful. It's amazing. It's fucking awesome. We love it, man. Holy shit.
Dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So tell us what's going on in the world of Jeff Fabb, man. What you been up to?
Well, I've been washing dishes, taking the garbage out, making dinner, walking the dog, all those things. And then when I'm not doing that, I've been trying to put out these songs, which has been fun, And that's pretty much all I've been doing since I've been off the road.
Living the American dream, man.
Yes, man. It's starting to get it's starting to get warmer, which is nice. The sun's warming up the bones, the achy bones as I get older.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
life is good, man.
Yeah. I'm in Tennessee, man, and it's almost 100 degrees here right now already.
Woo!
Yeah,
that's hot.
And the sun went down. I'm still sweating.
Man, and it's hot at night.
Yeah, hot in the shade, man.
Without a doubt, man. That's good, though, man. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, this time of the year, it's when we can go to the lake and go fishing and get outside and do stuff.
Yes, the best, man. It's the best.
Yeah, man. So this solo project, how did this whole thing come about? And well, first thing I wanted to ask, is this all you?
Yeah, well, it's actually Blake. I was in a band called In This Moment.
Yeah.
A long time ago, and then we actually all started that band together. Blake Bunzel was in that band with me, and he is actually working on these tunes with me. I play everything at first for the ideas, like the riffs and stuff, and then I'll send him the vocals, and then the riffs I come up with, like a song, like just basically I'll send him the session, and then he'll replay the guitar. He'll come up with, like, for instance, that kind of that guitar melody in the beginning of Listen to Hear. Like, he'll come up with those things. So it's like kind of ethereal lines and things like that. So he just brings his input to the song. So basically, been doing them with Blake now, which has been pretty cool because we're bros and we've toured the world together, and it's nice to work on music again with him.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I mean, you mentioned In This Moment. We were playing a couple tracks from In This Moment earlier too. We did Beautiful Tragedy and The Gun Show, a couple of my favorite tracks from that era of the band, man.
Oh man, my brothers and sisters in the band. We're close, man. We have a group thread text, so we're always texting each other.
That's awesome.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, we've been through a lot together. We were in a van and toured we started like it was the real deal. Like we lived in a public storage together, and then we jumped in a van and started touring with no label or any of that. We were doing our own touring, and then we met Rob Nicholson, who's Blasco, and he's the one who he managed us and got us on some really cool tours, and we were able to tour with Ozzy and Rob Zombie back in 2007. Yeah. And actually that's when I met Zakk.
Nice.
So it's so funny. I've been in Zack's band for 13 years. You know what I mean? It's insanity. It's like time is flying, but it's crazy how all these different doors opened up, through the years. You don't expect. You don't know what's going to happen, but it's just funny when you look back on it and you're like, wow, I can't believe all these things that came to fruition,
Man, going back to 2007, yeah, I do believe I saw you guys In This Moment live. I think I don't know if it was an Ozfest or a Mayhem Fest or something, but yeah, you mentioned Ozzy. I believe Ozzy was, I don't know, man, that's a long time ago. I can't remember. It was in Arizona.
Yeah, it might have been Ozfest.
Probably, yeah. Fuck, man.
Yeah, because I think we did Ozfest before we did that. Before we did that tour. We did Oz, that's right. We did Ozfest, and we went right from that to Megadeth, which was like cool, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, this is awesome. And then we went right from that to Ozzy's tour.
So that's when you met Zakk. So how did that How was that meeting like? What was that like?
It was amazing. You know, he was cool, and he came into our dressing room. He's like, "Smack me on the ass, man," and whatever the hell we were doing. You know what I mean? He was just, it was a riot, man. He was the best, and we just had a great time. It was like totally surreal to like be on tour with Ozzy. You know, like growing up, and you know, he was Ozzy, right?
Yeah,
so it was just watching him every night, watching Zakk every night, and it was also so cool because, they were just all so cool. You know, like Zakk was like, he'd just come in your dressing room and start talking to you. You know what I mean? Like, he was just like one of the dudes. He was the nicest guy ever. You know what I mean? So it was just really, really awesome. You know, somebody of that, you know, like somebody you grew up like watching, you know, your whole life, and then you meet them and they're even cooler than, you know, you expected. It's like, wow, you know, very cool.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's definitely one of my favorite guitar players right there, man, for sure, dude. I got a big tattoo on my leg of the SDMF logo.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and it's so, you know, and then you know, that was 2007, and then I ended up filling in on some Black Label shows in 2011 or 12, I think it was. And then a year after that, I ended up being in the band.
Fucking awesome, man.
And then I've been with them. I've been with those guys for 13 years now. So it's been the best time ever. You know, I love it. I love playing with them. They're all such great musicians too. I mean, JD and Dario and Zachy. So that kind of too, playing with them, I started playing more guitar, right? And and I would just like rack their brains. I was like, okay, what's this? What's that? You know what I mean? They would show me things. And then when COVID hit and we had so much time off, I just started writing. I mean, I always kind of loved writing songs, but I feel like they really helped me get to that next point of like, oh, like I understand these chord changes now and things, you know? Yeah. And it was like, it just kind of like progressed into, you know, that's when I really started recording, basically, was then. So, and then now, and here we are, you know. That stuff I was doing on my own, and then after a while, I was like, Blake, you know, I talked to Blake, I was like, Blake, man, let's write some songs. I have some songs. You want to, you know, work on them together with me? I sent him some things, and then he started working on it, and then it was just awesome. It felt like we were back in a band together, kind of, you know.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I was looking up your info, man, on the wiki, dude, and it said that you also played with Filter and 6 a.m. too for a while, right?
Yeah, I played in Filter. I played in Filter between In This Moment and Black Label. That's who I was with in those few years there.
Nice.
And I also played with James Durbin, who's the rock dude on American Idol. I played with him too for a minute. Yep, and Blake from In This Moment played with him with me. So cool. We're all still friends too. We text every once in a while too. James is still out there rocking. He's doing his thing. And then when I was working with James Durbin, I met James Michael from 6 a.m. because James Michael we were doing a record with Durbin with James Michael, because James Michael's a singer. He's a songwriter and a producer too. You know, besides being the singer of 6 a.m. You know, and that's when I met him. So we were working on the Durbin material, and he was like, yo, I would love for you to play on some 6 a.m. stuff. I was like, of course, man, I'd be honored, you know. So he was like, oh, you got to meet Nikki and just, you know, at the next show that you're playing on in Filter. So it was like we were playing with Motley Crue.
Holy shit.
And then I was like, I would go and like knock on this dressing room door, and it's like he opens up the door. I'm like, it's Nikki Sixx, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, holy crap, you know, if I would have ever expected this at like 10 years old, you know, going back to my 10-year-old self, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, do you want to play on the record? I was like, man, I'd be honored to play on the record, you know? And then that was it. And then I went to James Michael, played on the Modern Vintage record, which was like Stars was on that, and some other, and a bunch of cool songs. And then I played the iHeartRadio show with them, And that was actually the only live performance I did with them. It was only that one show was, and then I was in Black Label. So I just I went back to Black Label, and then they got this kid Dustin, who plays drums with them. Anytime they do anything now, he plays drums, which was cool because he was an In This Moment fan. And he wrote me like years ago, like this was years before 6 a.m., before I did this with 6 a.m. This is like back in 2006 or 5 or whatever it was. And he wrote me, I remember him writing me on like MySpace, or I don't know what it was, but he wrote me on something like that. And he's just asking me advice on what he should do. He wanted to be a drummer or whatever. And it was just so cool that like, hey, here you are, dude. Now you're playing in this band. You know what I mean? It was awesome. So, in a nutshell, in a roundabout story, that's basically how it came about with 6 a.m.
Man, well, I got to ask because you mentioned being a 10-year-old kid and whatnot, dude. Yeah, when I was fucking like 10 years old in the 80s, I was a huge Crew head, man. I loved that fucking band, dude. I still love that band, but like, yeah,
me too.
What was that like meeting Nikki Sixx, dude? Like what?
Dude, it was surreal, and it was also like that same day. I looked over to our monitor guy, and there's Tommy Lee. Like he's got his in-ears in, and he's like listening to our mix, and he's rocking out, and I'm just like, wow, this is really awesome. So yeah, I mean, it's like it was the same for Zakk too. I remember filling in. I was just like, oh my God, I'm playing with Zakk Wylde. You know what I mean? This is insane. I remember Miracle Man coming out. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and being like,
oh yeah,
this is amazing. So yeah, I mean, like it's incredible, dude. It's kind of just like your dreams come true.
Yeah. I remember buying the No Rest for the Wicked album when Zakk joined the band, and I loved that sound, the way that he brought in that heaviness to it, and it was just, oh my God, man. And then Black Label Society, like whenever he went off from that and did his own thing with that, man, it was just so perfect. And I felt like, I remember back then, that was in the, what was it, like the early 2000s when a lot of the new metal thing was going on really hard, and everybody was going towards down tuning and stuff like that, which was cool. But like it was like Zakk came along and he was like, fuck, I'm gonna show you motherfuckers, like he tuned it down too, but he was still soloing. He was still going crazy and doing all this wild shit that I remember being at some of those shows and looking around, and you could tell like a lot of the kids, they didn't know what to think because they were just like, holy fuck, like what is this, man? But it was bad fucking ass, man.
Absolutely, man. I mean, he's ripping it up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. And these last couple singles that you guys put out are fucking amazing, dude. I love Lord Humongous, The Gallows. So what's going on? Are these going to be part of a new record coming out soon, or you guys? Yeah,
there's going to be a record coming out. We're going to start touring next year, Black Label. So that's going to be cool. And then there'll be a new record. And until that new record comes out, there's just going to be singles, for people to listen to, what I mean? Which is cool, man,
Yeah.
It gives everybody a chance to, like, kind of digest the song, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, I love it, man. And, you've been putting the shit on fucking Bandcamp. I've been buying it on there, dude. Fucking
awesome.
I love it, man. I love it. Yeah. I got all the
records. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, like you were talking about that era of music. It's like, I'm sure you did too, but like I had all these guys on posters in my bedroom.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, so it's like crazy. Like you almost like think like, wow, it's like that manifestation thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's why when kids ask me, like, I'm just like, dude, like, if you really want to do this, like, just envision yourself doing it, and just don't ever let anybody tell you different. You know what I'm saying? Just that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta follow what you love to do, and just do what you got to do to make it happen.
Yeah, man. I've still got stacks of magazines and stuff, that I've been collecting over the years. For decades, man, and just always reading through the articles, and looking at like the gear that they're using, Guitar World magazines and stuff like that, and reading the fucking liner notes in the back of the records and all that shit, man.
I know, listening, like, and that's cool, too, that vinyl came back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that was a big part of it, too, right? Like, listening to the vinyl and then, like, spinning it backwards, right, to see if you could hear some shit, right? or like, but, like, just looking at the artwork, man, and then, like, reading, like what was going on inside the, you know, like maybe who produced it, or the lyrics, or the, you know, the artwork on the inside of the records, you know.
Yeah,
it was just such a cool experience, you know, and it was kind of like sacred, right? Like, it was just a cool time, man. I'm glad that vinyl, that kids like vinyl again. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. I mean, CDs and cassettes were cool too, but
yeah,
vinyl is definitely that's the coolest, man. I mean,
it really is, dude. It definitely is.
Because you can pack so much stuff in there too, and really, really make it feel like you're getting like a whole package. You know, it's just
totally. Now you can get the colored vinyl, clear, cool, colored, you know, vinyl. It's just awesome, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Well, so you also released another track, Into Thin Air, which I'm going to play after the interview. You tell us about that one too?
Yeah, man. I wrote it like, you know, I was thinking about certain things in life, and like maybe losing some loved ones and things like that, and some friends that might have been going through some like hard times, and I just kind of started writing that tune. You know, so it's basically, that's what it's about. Like, it's about, you know, I mean, anybody could really identify with that. Like, no matter what you're listening to, I think, is like some sort of loss in life, you know what I mean? And kind of having to just kind of like accept it and move on and things like that. So that's what that song is about, and it's like, I released it. It was funny because I almost didn't release it because I was just like, I don't know, you know, and then because it was kind of like a rock balladish kind of thing, you know, and I was just like, why not? I'll release it, and then everybody pretty much liked it, so I was like, all right, cool, you know. So, but yeah, that's what that song is, man. In a nutshell.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's like with Metallica, man. You know, you always read these articles and stuff, and James Hetfield will be talking about specific songs. Like, he's like, you know, I never meant for this to be a Metallica song, but he showed it to the guys, and they just fucking were like, no, fuck yeah, we got to have this, man. We got to do this, you know, and it becomes like one of their biggest songs ever, you know.
Totally, and I'm glad too, because I'm glad that people can they can identify it and, you know, with it, you know what I'm saying, and make, you know, and hopefully they, you know, it kind of touches them in a, you know, in its own way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah. So what's the plan? Are you guys putting out? Are you going to put out a full record of this stuff?
Yes.
Or?
Yeah, we will eventually. Right now, we got about 5 songs out now. So I guess we'll release a few more, and then I'd like to put it on. Put it on vinyl and give some people like some physical copies of some things. You know what I mean? So I think until we I don't know how many songs we're going to release before we do that, but we got a few more to go.
Hell yeah! Do you have a label that's already on board with it?
No. I'm just gonna do it myself.
Oh fuck!
I just been doing it all myself anyway.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, so I'll just do it myself. Blake is such, he masters it, mixes it, everything. He makes it sound so damn good. I'm like, he's awesome. So really, it's just about the material. You know what I mean? So I think I'd like to give him like a few more songs, and then some songs that I didn't release. You know what I mean? So make it cool. You know, give it a little special. You know, here's a few bonus songs that you didn't hear. You know?
Yeah.
But I'd love to. I definitely want to put it on vinyl. Give people like something to, like, if they see, you know, they want to bring it to the merch booth or whatever, and I could sign it for them or whatever too. That would be, you know what I mean? Just some physical copies. People really love physical copies, dude. I mean, I guess that's a good thing that's coming back. You know what I mean? Is that people really won't like either like something like a vinyl or something to sign or some kind of physical copy.
Yeah,
you know?
Something they can hold, man, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt, dude. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it cool how, like, the way that modern shit is right now, like the way that you can do everything DIY like that and just go totally indie, you know, if you want, and just fucking do it. Like, there's really no rules against it, you know? Like, there's nothing stopping you, you know? Like, you can do it.
It's pretty amazing, actually, dude. You know what I'm saying? That you can do that. Yeah, definitely, without a doubt, man.
So I remember when we were kids in the fucking 80s and early 90s and shit, man. Like, it was unheard of, you know. No
way, man. That would cost you millions, you know.
Yeah. And now it's just you know it's accessible, you know, which. I think it's a good thing, you know. I mean, I know a lot of people bitch and complain about it, like, oh, there's so much fucking shit coming out left and right. Yeah, but, like, you know what? If you dig through it, man, there's a lot of cool stuff too, you know. Like,
without a doubt, dude. I agree with you.
It's really cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. So looking back on your career so far, man, with all these crazy people that you've been jamming with and stuff, and all this stuff, like. Are there any stand-up moments or any crazy stories or anything you can tell us that might not know about?
Oh, man, there's been so many, you know. Like, you know, I remember, like, you know, before we went on tour with Megadeth, like, one of our booking agents at that was like, whatever you do, don't look at Dave Mustaine, right? So, like, well, I'm like, what? Like, I love Megadeth. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So, like, I remember the first day we're walking across we're in the venue and we're like walking across the venue and here he's coming right toward us. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh man, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, right? Like we're just like walking toward each other, yeah. and I just remember him being like the coolest dude ever. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I was just like, oh, so like I was all worried about like. He's going to be like, you know, like he's going to be a mean jerk or something. And he ended up being like the coolest dude ever. So that was kind of funny in the grand scheme.
They were just busting your balls.
Totally. Or maybe he was a jerk to them. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they could have been pissing him off. Who knows, right? I mean, he could have been having a bad day or whatever, but it goes to show you never take somebody else's advice. Like if they have an opinion on somebody, don't ever go with somebody's opinion until you have your own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was cool. Also, Ozzy, you know, meeting Ozzy was like one of the coolest things ever. When I was in this moment, we were recording with Kevin Churko, and we were doing this Blondie cover at the time, and we had to do it at Ozzy's house because Kevin was also working on Ozzy's record, and so we were in Ozzy's studio in his house. And I'm like sitting on the couch. I remember Zakk's Bullseye was on the couch. I was like, oh my God, this is Zakk Wylde's guitar. You know what I mean? Like, this is insane. And bang, like the door opens up and Ozzy walks in. He's got like hot tea, you know, and he like sits down with us and he's like talking to us. And I just remember like just sitting there like, this is insane. You know what I mean? Like, I never in a million years would ever thought I would be sitting in Ozzy Osbourne's house, like, talking to him, you know what I mean? And he's drinking tea. You know what I mean? Like, this is bizarre.
Fucking legend, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's just been many of those moments, you know? Many of those moments, you know, like especially like playing on stage with these people, like I said too, like with Nikki and Zakk and all these people, and Rich too, you know, Filter, you know, I mean, there's just been a lot of stories, a lot of just cool experiences, a lot of like, what are we gonna do? You know, is this gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it happen. I don't know, man. It's been a wild journey. There's a lot of things in there that I probably won't say right now that that has happened through the years that have been totally crazy. But those are some of those moments that were really kind of that stick to me, you know, stick in my head of like, wow, you know.
Hell yeah.
It was all hot. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. What do you think about this the fucking upcoming final show of Black Sabbath, man, with Ozzy and everything.
Man, it's sad to me, man, because Ozzy was just such a king to me, man. Growing up in U2, I'm sure, and us all, right? So it's just like an end of an era kind of thing, and it's sad to me because he just did so many things from Black Sabbath and then on. It's just insanity, right? Like how much of a part of our lives he was and is still.
Yeah.
And is, right? So like I just shared, like sitting in that room, like it was just like, it was weird for me, honestly, because I grew up watching his videos and like from Black Sabbath. I mean, like we had Black Sabbath records in our house growing up, so like that was my first introduction to Ozzy. Iron Man was probably my first song I heard, right? And then so like, you know, then sitting in a room with him is just like bizarre. You don't even know what to say to this guy, you know what I mean? Because you're just like, holy shit, you know, like I can't believe I'm sitting next to this Ozzy Osbourne right now. And then so yeah, for me it's like I'm so proud of the guy. Like he achieved so much, man. You know what I mean? And you know, and then all like the guitar players that he brought out too, like and, you know, too. I mean, like, you know, like Randy Rhoads, man, you know, and everybody, and to Zakk, you know what I mean? It's just like that whole thing. So it's like a bittersweet thing. It's like it's going to be so awesome, but at the same time, it's sad to me too. You know?
Yeah. It's you know, part of me is like I don't want to watch it, but then again, like I can't help it. I've got to but I know, you know, like I know I'm gonna fucking tear up because I mean, man, you know. Anytime somebody posts on Facebook or something when they're asking those questions, you know, like, what's the band you've seen the most live? My answer is always fucking Ozzy, man. Like, I've lost count at this point, like, how many times I've seen him live, man. Whether it was with a solo band or with Black Sabbath or what, you know, like, just, I mean, so many memories of just being out there in the crowd and hearing him say, you know, let's go fucking crazy.
I know, man. I mean, he was holding the metal torch forever.
Yeah.
So it's like wow, he's like the king, man. You know.
Yeah, I mean, in the late '90s, you know, when grunge was fucking like taking over the world and everything, and then the new metal stuff came out. Ozfest came along and they just fucking blew the doors wide open, man. They brought it to every fucking town everywhere and just made
which to me, I feel like that festival was one of the best. It really was.
It was so much fun.
It was amazing, dude. It was so much fun. Yeah. That was in crazy time. We were on the second stage then and it was like it was a party over there, bro. Man. Because there'd be some days you'd play at 1 in the afternoon, and there were some days you were playing at later, you know, like at 5. Your time slot was always changing. And it was the Jägermeister stage, so they were giving you bottles of Jägermeister. It was out of control, you know? And it was just so much fun. You know, that tour was incredible.
They turned me on to so many bands too during those years, and then that was also the last time I saw Pantera live was whenever they were playing on the Ozfest 2000, I think it was.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, man, fucking Dimebag, dude, rest in peace, man.
Dimebag, dude, I know, man, I know.
And that's so fucking awesome that Zakk Wylde's out there right now carrying the torch for Dime, dude, and doing the whole thing, man. I just...
Without a doubt, dude. Out there killing it and doing it right, man.
He is, man. Really is.
Without a doubt, dude. Definitely.
Well,
all of them are. They sound great.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, one of the things I like to ask everybody, you know, when they come on is, like, for the gearheads out there, myself included, man. What kind of stuff were you guys using for the recording of these songs? Amps and pedals and fucking bullshit like that? Like, what kind of stuff were you guys using to get these tones and sounds, man?
For my songs, or
yeah, for your songs.
You know what? I think Blake uses Mesa Boogies, I want to say. I think he was, because like I'll run through like when I'm tracking, I'll just use like my Boss amp or something like that, and then I'll go in there and I'll let him, because he'll retrack the guitars. So I think he retracts with a miss a boogie. I want to say that. I know he's got a bunch of different heads. I don't know if he's using maybe a combo of heads. I got to ask him. But he's using Wylde audio guitars, I know. Which I am too. That's what I track with too. Is Zacky's Wylde audios, which are amazing guitars, dude. They really are. They're great. They sound good. They're fun to play. They're really awesome.
That new one he just came out with is fucking insane looking, man. I'm biting my lip trying to fucking. I'm probably gonna end up buying it, man.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they really are. They're really awesome guitars, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they really are. So, and that's Blake started using them too. I was like, Blake, you gotta check these, because he was asking me, how is your Wylde audio guitar? Like, you know, and he's asking me, did you track this song? I was like, yeah. So then he ended up getting one from Zakk, and then so he loves it too. So he's been tracking everything with the Wylde audio, which is cool, and representing the Wylde audio on the tunes. You know what I mean? And so I know but he also has other guitars too, of course. You know, he's got Les Pauls and friggin' Tellys and all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? But I know primarily it's been Wylde audio.
Hell yeah!
And then the drums are I got Ludwig's and D drums and all kinds of stuff too. Sometimes I got to be honest with you. Sometimes I'll just track on an E kit, and then I'll pick drum sounds. You know?
Shit.
Oh yeah, sometimes I'll just do that, because sometimes it's like if I'm tracking by myself, dude, it's a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? To like get drum sounds, do all this shit. So like sometimes I'll just pick sounds, because I have a library of drum sounds. You know what I mean?
What do you?
I play it all. You know what I'm saying? It's not programmed or anything, you know, or quantized or anything. But like I'll just maybe, you know, sometimes I'll just do that. You know? What
do you mean, like MIDI?
Yeah, MIDI, yeah.
What kind of what shit are you using for that, man?
Well, I got a roll-in kit, you know, like with the mesh heads that you can get all the ghosts notes and stuff on, right? And then I'll either use like slate, you know, I'll use slate drums. A lot of the times when I will use that, but then when I send it to Blake, he'll pick other sounds that he thinks is better, you know. But a lot of the times I'll just do that, you know.
Hell yeah, man, that's bad.
And then you know, but like, you know, that's pretty much it. And then the vocals, bass, guitar, you know, I'll play the keys. You know, like everything I work out, I always work out on my, if I'm working stuff out, I'll work it out on my real drums. If I'm playing piano, I'll work it out on the piano, you know what I mean? But then if I'm tracking, sometimes I will just use the MIDI, because it's just easier, you know?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No, but sometimes not, you know? Sometimes I won't use the MIDI, you know what I mean? It all depends. It all depends, like how the process is going. Like if I'm trying to get something done fast, I got this idea and I want to get it done before I forget a lot of these ideas, because I got so much stuff going through my head. Maybe I'll just choose the MIDI, because I can get it done faster, you know?
Yeah.
But then if I'm just flowing with doing everything like without it, then I'll just do it that way. Either way, it doesn't really matter. As long as it comes out sounding good, I don't care, you know?
Hell yeah. I got a question from the chat room. Carlito wants to know what's your favorite song to play from I guess one of these bands that you've been playing with. What's your favorite song to play?
What, from BLS?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Stillborn.
Stillborn. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. It's funky, dude. I love the funk, man. So like, you know. That song is great. I mean, there's so many of them that are great, but that one's always really fun to play.
Fuck yeah, man. And he also wanted me to ask, are you playing with Zach Sabbath as well, or is it just BLS?
Yeah, I've been playing with them. Yeah.
You have been playing with Zach Sabbath too?
Yeah, I just did the US run, and then I went to Europe with them, and then I guess I'm doing this next run too.
Oh, cool! Yeah, I think I saw you guys have a date where you're coming to Memphis.
Oh, dude, you got to come, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude. Definitely, man. We will be there.
We'll get you on the list, man.
Oh, dude, thank you, man. Hell yeah, dude. I'll hit you up, man.
Without a doubt, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
That would be awesome, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun too, man. Playing all that Sabbath is like,
yeah.
It's just like, it's really, because I mean, Bill Ward is one of my favorites, right?
Oh my God.
He is. I mean, I love John Bonham is one of my favorite drummers, right? And then Bill Ward, obviously, and like there's so many of them, but like those guys especially, and it's like when you're digging in and you're playing these stuff, it's just like you're going, this is the coolest stuff ever. It really, Sabbath had everything, man. It had swing, it had rock, metal, jazz, funk, like all of that. It was like a fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really was. It was incredible, man. Bill was swinging so hard. It's just, it's great. So it's so much fun. It's so much fun playing those tunes.
I mean, and those songs, those riffs, man. Rob Zombie once said in an interview that Black Sabbath pretty much wrote every single riff that there is, man. Like, everybody now is just playing that shit, but it's like backwards or upside down or something, but it's basically Black Sabbath, man. They fucking did it, man. And
without a doubt, dude, they definitely did, man.
It's hard to argue with that, man, because it's
and it was so cool too the way they recorded, because it was like tempo changes and stuff, and like and it moved, the music like moved around a lot, man.
Yeah, like with Fairies Wear Boots, man. It's one of my favorites. I love that, man. The swing thing that he does too, man, is just so fucking cool, man.
Dude, swinging, man. Swinging.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes, without a doubt.
All right, well, Jeff, I guess I'm about out of questions for you, man. Is there anything else you want to let the people know? Like, where's the best place for them to go to support you and help you out with this project, man?
Well, if you want to go check out the videos, you go to my YouTube channel, my YouTube page, or channel, or whatever the hell you want to call it, just Jeff Fabb. So all the videos for the songs are right there. You can listen to it there. It's also, streaming on all the platforms, so you can go to the platforms, whatever your preference is. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. And
you can go. You also, I'm also, I'm on the Instagram. I'm on the. I got a fans only page with my feet. If you want to look at feet, I got to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
No. But if you think I should, then maybe I will. I don't know.
Hey man, you got to do what you got to do, man.
You know what I'm saying, dude? I got to eat.
Yeah, we all got to eat, man. Fuck.
Without a doubt, dude.
They keep raising these grocery prices, man. Fuck, dude.
Dude, it's out of control.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. I got 2 kids, man. Fucking two grown boys, and they eat the fucking house out, man. Like, goddamn. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we got one over here. I could only imagine 2, man. Wow.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. All right, man.
Well, you got to definitely come out to the show then in Memphis. That would be cool.
100%, man. We will make it happen, dude. I'll hit you up about that. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Raquel for hooking up this interview.
Yeah,
she's
Raquel
fucking awesome,
in the house. Man. She's great, man. She's awesome. She's been helping me out since with all the stuff with Blake. She's been helping me out with, and it's been great. She's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yep, she's a good. We're a good team. She's good. She's awesome.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, can I get you to make us a station tag real quick?
Without a doubt, you can.
All right, man. Whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Jeff from Black Label Society, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
You got it. Ready?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? This is Jeff Fabb from Black Label Society, and you're listening to one more time. What's up, everybody? This is Jeff Fabb from Black Label Society, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah, man. Hell yeah. Man, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. I really appreciate it, and can't wait.
Yeah, it was nice going. It was nice going down memory lane, dude. Down to the rock posters on the bedroom wall and all of that, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I can't wait to see you guys live, man. I'll definitely hit you up, man, about that.
All right, Zach. Thanks again, man.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
Take it easy.
Cheers. there you have it, folks. Jeff Fabb from Black Label Society live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking Radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your windows, put them in your front lawns, put them in your neighbor's driveway, do whatever the fuck you gotta do, man. If you don't see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, what the fuck have you been doing, man? You're not cranking it up loud enough. Crank it up.